Hello, my name is Floyd Nove, and I'll be doing a presentation on health information exchange. When it comes to communication, it would be considered a very important factor when it comes to supporting efficiency as well as patient outcomes in healthcare organizations. Communication also does play a role in regards to medical errors, which may also be associated with poor communication. When it comes to communication, many patients today especially, may utilize multiple healthcare providers. This is going to be especially prevalent in older populations, and proper communication practices are needed to ensure high quality of care. When it comes to information technology, today many healthcare providers are switching to a digital-based system which can enable easier communication between different organizations as well as access to data. According to Vermeer, effective and efficient communication is crucial in healthcare. Written communication still remains one of the most prevalent forms of communication between specialized and primary care, which indicates that there is still going to be some room for more organizations to adopt a digital-based system. When it comes to the health information exchange, it's going to be known as an electronic exchange of clinical and administrative data through healthcare settings. It is also going to be it's going to be found to help support speed, quality, coordination, as well as cost of care, while also being its objective motivated by promise of improved care as well as reduction in costs. One of the organizations responsible for managing the health information exchange is going to be known as the Office of National Coordinator for Health Information, which is going to be an entity of the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, with the goal of promoting a national health information technology infrastructure as well as supporting the health information exchange. When it comes to some history behind the Health Information Exchange, one of the biggest points in it is going to include the Health Information Technology for Economic and Clinical Health Act, which was invested by the government to help promote an adaptation of health information technology as well as supporting HIE development in the United States. When it comes to health information exchange, another number of health information exchanges in the U.S. has grown considerably in the last few years, according to Kershid in 2015. And also, there is going to be a larger emphasis on health information technology since the passing of the Affordable Care Act in 2010. When it comes to some of the benefits associated with it, it looks to target medical errors associated with miscommunication, an increase of efficiency in healthcare providers, as well as public health reporting and monitoring ease. So with these specific benefits, it is likely that the health delivery system would receive some significant improvements. Also, the Health Information Exchange does have a potential in regards to financial benefits, where in many studies, as you can see here, has been shown to have some positive financial effects by those efficiency benefits. When it comes to barriers associated with health information exchanges, one of the biggest ones would include participation. So when it comes to participation, in regards to participation rates, as you can see from the study here, there is going to be still having some room for improvement to increase that participation, as well as some challenges associated with it can include organizational resistance to sharing data, as well as the high cost of initiating a fully electronic information system when it comes to traditionally paper-based organizations. Also, early studies of the health information exchange's benefits are going to be methodically limited according to Sadohi et al. 2018, where there is going to be still some room for some further research to assess the further benefits of this. When it comes to the impact on healthcare, I went ahead and decided to choose a real-world example, especially considering the emergency department. When it comes to the emergency department in hospitals, it requires quick decision-making and high volumes of unfamiliar patients, where health information exchanges would come in handy there. So when it comes to the study, the findings did show some specific benefits in regards to interpreting lab results, making admission decisions, as also and preventing repeat diagnostic imaging, which can significantly expedite care. When it comes to the health information exchange, many studies did examine benefits in regards to healthcare operations and patient health, as well as showing some significant impact on communication in healthcare organizations. Since implementation in 2009, there is going to be an increase of popularity. Some recommendations I would give regarding health information exchanges is that some additional research can be utilized to determine its definite benefits across all health sectors, which can include rural or healthcare organizations, as well as making sure there's going to be education of the potential benefits to these healthcare providers, which can help solve the barrier of participation. When it comes to health information exchanges, it has the potential to evolve healthcare to tackle key issues such as medical errors associated with communication, difficulties in between providers. That completes my presentation, and I do appreciate the time you spent to review it. Thank you so much.